Hello, hello, hello. How's it going, everybody? I just came back from a wonderful weekend in Ghent. I played the regional championship with Merck that had a phenomenal start. Went 8-0, almost didn't drop a game. Went like 17-1 in games to begin day one. Lost the final round, and then in day two, unfortunately, the wheels fell off, and I lost a bunch of times and ended up 10-5 after an 8-0 start. So that was pretty rough. But overall, really amazing time with friends and everybody, seeing all of the other people in the community, and just really only good vibes that came to me from people that approached me and said hello and all that. So I really appreciate that. Everybody is so nice to me and kind, and just I'm grateful to be part of this community. All right, guys, Call of Mana is releasing next week, so Tuesday next week. For now, I mean, we could play like more standard. I might do this video on standard too, but with the new set dropping soon, it's probably just best to do maybe older formats like Timeless or Explorer, I was thinking. And yeah, just gonna do what I want to do in any case. And here in front of me, I have Natural Order Sultai Natural Order, which combines some very powerful elements of things that, now we had 2 months of Timeless, and with all that experience I've earned, I came to the conclusion that this might actually be a good deck. So I played Yakmov as my latest deck by Omri, and I was very impressed by Natural Order in that deck, much more impressed than the Yakmov combo. And so I figured maybe I combine some of the best elements with some of the best elements of cards that you can have in a Natural Order sort of mid-rangey shell. So we have 4 Halfling, 4 Death Rights, of course, to ramp us, 1 Paradise Druid, which has Hexproof, basically cannot be killed, and with Natural Order, boom, you get yourself Worldspine Wurm or Atraxa. And you also, on top of this, you have Oko. So you're threatening every game a turn 2 Oko, which is, on the play, very difficult to beat for a lot of decks. Especially very good in the Junt matchup. They don't have a clean answer to it usually. They have to attack it down or use some lightning bolts, and it just dominates the game. It can even steal a Jazzel or something like that. It also turns Ring into a 3/3, which is big. There's some like sideboard cards, I guess, like Grafdigger's Cage, that you can turn into a 3/3 as well. Your opponents won't play Pithing Needle against this deck. In the Yakmov deck, people, you're threatened by Pithing Needle, so Oko destroys that theoretically, but that's not an issue here. But in any case, it gives you a very nice, powerful threat that you can ramp out, while also giving you a green creature in form of the Elk for the Natural Order. Just seems absolutely perfect fit for Natural Order in this fair Natural Order type of way. You don't have to play completely unfair, with Natural Order. You can play a fair deck and then sort of incorporate it, and usually works out pretty well. Of course, we have Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, Orcish Bowmasters. By the way, there's like a new update, and for some reason, I don't know if you can see the specific black hole here. Like, it's just some arena thing. I have no idea what's going on. Anyways, yeah. So, and then conjunction with all these things, we of course this Brainstorm, which is nice with these big threats that when we draw them, really want to put them back into our deck, so we can Brainstorm back into our deck, and of course dig ourselves to the combo. Then we're also playing Demonic Tutor and Assemble the Team. I'm trying this one, sort of Demonic Tutor light. I could see it being good. I mean, you look at the top third of your deck, that's a lot of cards that you can look at to find yourself a Natural Order, essentially. Or, I mean, if you want to find an Oko or whatever. So yeah, it seems pretty nice. Mana base, we're running 22 lands with 8 1-drops to ramp us. We have 1 Zagoth Triome right now. I'm not super sure if I want to continue including that. And yeah, some duals, some fast lands here, and lots of fetch lands, of course. Would be nice to have Dryad Arbor. That would be a really good card for Natural Order, because you can fetch it with the green fetch lands. But yeah, we don't have that quite yet. Maybe it's best that we don't have it. All right, sideboard real quick. Spell Pierce, Nice little cheap interaction. 2 Pithing Needle against, you know, Necropotence and Khan and so on. Ring. Free Ashiok. We can ramp Ashiok on turn 2, which is super nice. Very powerful, of course, against the Primeval Titan in the mirror match as well. Shuts off Natural Order. And just a very, also good against graveyard decks, right? Very good against the Breach deck. For Veil of Summer, this stops Tendrils of Agony. Gives you Hexproof from black, so it stops that, which is super nice against the combo decks. And then, of course, Demir Control, any blue Wizards deck, whatever it is, Veil of Summer is just absolutely insane against blue decks. And so we're playing 4 of those. Then the rest of the slots are a bit of a random assortment, and not totally random, of course. We have 1 Assassin's Trophy. People play Tear Asunder, but I think with Oko, you don't need the exiling as much because you can always shut off the ring with Oko. So I'm running a trophy in that slot. I don't know. Seems flexible, destroys anything. We have tutors in our deck, so having, you know, 1 Assassin's Trophy in your deck post-board means that you will be able perhaps to find it, and then you can use it to destroy some annoying permanent, whatever it may be. Unlicensors, just some more exiling for the graveyard. 1 Uro, just a little bit more flexibility as a sideboarding threat in grindy matchups. I thought Uro makes sense. Not that easy to get the double blue. This deck is very light on blue, only 8 blue cards. But yeah, in a later stage of the game, we'll be able to get the double blue. And then, last but not least, I have a Koma here. I already had it in play. It won me a game against Junt Natural Order / Sneak Attack. They just had no way of removing it. So if they got like Worldspine Wurm or whatever, Koma just completely dominated the game because whatever big thing they got or what, just couldn't beat the tapping ability of Koma. So yeah, I could see this being better. Like you might swap it with Worldspine Wurm in certain matchups where sort of the activated abilities of Komas can really dominate a game, and where just a big body in the form of Worldspine Wurm is not so good. I don't think there's many matchups where you take out Atraxa. This is just your bread and butter card that you get when you're behind, low on life. Just get yourself a 7/7 lifelink flyer. Truly one of the most ridiculous creatures printed in a long time. Yeah, all right. That is Sultai Natural Order. Let's see how good this deck is. All right. Let's go. Yeah, pretty good fair hand with Brainstorm to fix our hand if we need to. Yeah, I mean, in the last video that I did with Yakmov, I said that one of the reasons I'm starting to dislike Timeless a little bit is exactly this. There's just nothing you can do about it. Dark Ritual, Necropotence. It's just, yeah. I mean, there's things you can do about it, of course. Like, I have 2 Pithing Needle on the sideboard. I have Spell Pierces. But it's... What is my opponent doing? Wow, that is pretty aggressive. 12 cards. Wow. Lots of discard now happening. Crazy. But yeah, it's just a bit stupid. Dark Ritual, Necropotence. Ba, ba, ba. Yeah, you can either ban it or like ban Ritual or Necropotence or restrict them. I don't care. Or give us free counter spells, as I said in the past. Yeah, I mean, post-board I have some tools. I have 2 needles, 2 spell pierce. When you're on the play, you can Thoughtseize them. So what's going on here? Black and green, Leyline of... Okay, so it's the Storm deck. And the Storm deck also, I think, has trouble with Veil of Summer. So I have 4 Veil of Summer in my sideboard, might be useful. Okie dokie. Okay. They discarded a lot of lands. Interesting. So they go Phyrexian Tower. They don't have a Dark Ritual right now. Then they go sack the guy, make a treasure, then have 3 mana. They need more mana, essentially. I mean, they could go Ornithopter, sack the Ornithopter, but then they also only have 3 mana. The hand is not that good, actually. They discarded a lot of lands, which seemed aggressive. And also a Springleaf Drum? What the heck? What do I take here? I mean, the Besiege is an extra tendrils. They usually play 2 tendrils, I think. I could just hope that they only have 1 tendrils in their deck. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm trying to do. I don't know. I could take the Besiege there, but like technically speaking, Besiege is better because they get another storm. Going down to 7 here. Down to 6. Down to 5. Okay. Down to 4. Opponent's pretty aggressive, the usage of Necro. I don't understand why they kept the second Necro. Doesn't make any sense. Maybe they're not used to the deck. But like, a second Necro doesn't make any sense there to me. You've already drawn 11 cards. Yeah, now they decided to discard the Necro. Okay. Not the best draw. Opponent's at 4. I could try to Brainstorm into another discard spell. Or I could Bowmaster. I'm at 18. I might be able to survive a Tendrils. I guess the thing is, if I survive a Tendrils, they might not have a way to kill me. So they go Ornithopter, Besiege Tendrils. That's like 8 damage. They have 4 more cards. Interesting, huh? Really interesting. Not quite sure how I should play this. I kind of don't want to play a spell in their turn either. Huh. I don't know what I'm doing here. It's so weird because I want to stay on a high life total, but I also want to apply some pressure, but I also don't want to storm in their turn. Maybe what I'm supposed to do here... Maybe what I'm supposed to do is just play land pass. That's probably the best play. Is that, yeah, that makes more sense than what I do here. Because like, I can always play the Bowmaster EOT, and now I'm tapped out. They just know they can kill me if they have it. They can just continue to besiege, right? That's how it works. I think they can just besiege into besiege with bargain again, and then do that over and over again, and bargain everything away and just tendrils. So I guess what I have to do there is I have to take the besiege and just hope they don't have enough. Yeah, I guess the besiege is actually the scariest card. That was a mistake. Probably, very likely. I mean, I was hoping they only have 1 tendrils, but that's very unlikely. They usually play 2, I think. So in that case, you just take the besiege because the besiege is just way stronger. With all these artifacts, they can just... Interesting. Breach. They have a ritual. Alright, they have a ritual. Yeah, okay. Alright. Interesting. Ritual again. Now you besiege for tendrils, sacking the breach. It's pretty cool. Actually, I mean, this is way too much damage, isn't it? How much is this? 11, yeah, 22. Got kind of close. I mean, it literally needed every single card at the end there. Interesting. All right. Well, yeah. Turn 1 on the play, Necro. Turn 3 kill. Pretty impressive. Format without 0 mana counter spells. Stuff like that happens for sure. Anyways, we get rid of Fatal Push. Is this a matchup where I want Koma, for example? I can tap lands in the upkeep, for example. I can also I can shut off certain things. Okay, view the battlefield. I mean, Arena just got super bugged, I guess. This was never bugged before, but I can't view the battlefield anymore. Alright, Needle in, Koma in, I guess. Trophy, Ashiok, Veil, Spell Pierce. It's a lot of cards. I think Bowmaster doesn't do anything, so I'm gonna cut it. Does the trophy do enough? Maybe not. Does destroy Leyline. Then I can Thoughtseize, I guess. Yeah. Maybe cut one of you guys. Cut the Paradise Druid. Do I even want to natural order that fast? Is that even a game plan here? I mean, my goal is to just disrupt them. Just kick out another Oko, maybe kick out a natural order. Koma. All right. Could see that you want to cut the natural order here. I don't know. Doesn't have an answer to Necro besides the Boseiju, but that's too slow. I mean, turn 2, a 2-mana destruction of artifacts or enchantments is not good enough against a turn 1 Necro, obviously. This is a very reactive hand. I mean, I'll try it, I guess. Seems reasonable. Then mulligan to 5, which is what you do with a Necro deck. You just mulligan until you find Swamp, Dark Ritual, Necro. Great gameplay. Just like Tron. Mulligan to your Tron lands. I think I'm just gonna start like this, yeah. They might have a Thoughtseize or something. I think they have that in their sideboard. Interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah. Let's go. Pass. Okay. Demonic Tutor. So they're missing land drops. So the thing that I want right now is just mana. They could tutor for a land. Or I could just brainstorm. The problem is if I brainstorm and brick, it's gonna be a bit sad. I guess I can assemble the team for a land. I'm gonna do that. But then I can't use the halfling for mana. I could also get a Spell Pierce. I just want more mana. That's so funny. All the Ashioks were there. And all Deathrites. I guess I attack. They could technically drop a Necro here, I guess. Maybe I'm supposed to get Spell Pierce. It's interesting. Like, I have double Veil. Maybe I was supposed to just get Spell Pierce there. It's interesting. I felt like I wanted to help my own game plan. We'll see if they're able to beat Double Veil. If they're able to beat Double Veil this game, I'm gonna change my perspective on what I should do, of course. For future games. Here I could Brainstorm end of turn. Just trying to find lands. So I can natural order with Veil up, that'd be nice. Yeah, it's a bit of a waste maybe, but I think I'm gonna do it. Interesting. Alright, well, I'm just gonna do this then, I think. The Halfling not making colored mana is a little awkward in this deck. But it has 2 toughness, which is everything you need in the Bowmaster format. Compared to another 1 mana elf. And it makes Oko uncounterable. You can even hardcast Atraxa in some situations with Halfling making all colors for legends. Alright, let's start with a Thoughtseize, I suppose. Ashiok themselves and Weather the Storm. That's a good one. Weather the Storm sort of goes around in Veil of Summer because it gains them life. And they can draw more cards with Necro. Yeah, I probably have to take the Ashiok. Huh. Interesting. If I take the Weather, then they play Ashiok. Take my ability away to do this. Yeah, guess I'll take the Ashiok. Do I play Deathrite Shaman? I think I do. Yeah. What's gonna happen here? Yeah, I think they're just trying to go for the kill, right? Like, yeah. And if that's the case, they're just gonna lose. Yeah, it just in this game, it didn't really like the important like the natural order combo doesn't do a whole lot. It's kind of clunky. Maybe I just leave 2 Okos in to apply pressure and just cut 2 natural orders. I don't know. I mean, getting Koma, you can tap lands. Oh, that's what they're doing. I see. All right. Yeah, okay. Fair. Something you have to keep in mind to have that card on the sideboard. So now they can tutor again for like what? They just weather this? Okay, that's wild. Okay. Interesting. My opponent messed this game up hardcore. I mean, I would have gotten destroyed by them, first of all, because they could have just gone stack Ornithopter into the Siege, then Ritual, and then Weather the Storm with Necro in play. That would have been absolutely ridiculous, and I would have lost this game easily. Like, they could have trounced me here, which, yeah. Yeah, so, like, going back to the decision of not taking Spell Pierce with Demonic Tutor, probably pretty bad idea. Or at least Pithing Needle, you know. Although they can Culling Ritual or Pithing Needle, I guess. But yeah, this game they could have had a Necro in play with 22 life. They didn't do that, which is very lucky for me. But yeah. Alright. Yeah, the Veil of Summer just doesn't do anything. I think I just take Deathrite Shaman. Yeah. They can't even cast a Necro at this point. I mean, they're pretty stifled right now. They only have one card in hand. I think this game is done. But if they would have played better... Are they not even going to cast the Besiege? If they would have played better, I think this game would have been a loss for me. Which, yeah, going back to that Spell Pierce, I mean, I should have played a bit better there. Do I get Koma or do I get Atraxa? Probably just Koma. How did I beat a Koma here? They draw Necro, play it. Let's go with Koma. I mean, both are very good, I think. Let's try the big snake. I can start tapping lands. I could tap a swamp in the upkeep actually. And then yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Because then they can't play a Necro anymore. The Koma is not that good against Necro because they can always draw cards in response to the Necro. But yeah, with only Besiege in hand, they cannot drop a Necro. So, I mean, what? Yeah. The Phyrexian Tower is just colorless. Okay. Yeah, I think this game should be done now, sort of. They give up. Cool. Interesting. Did they, the bug is real. I wanted to check if they had Leyline discarded. But I think I'm not gonna bring in the trophy. You know, the Atraxa might be better than Koma because it finds me all my 6 sideboard cards like Needle and Veil and Spell Pierce, Thoughtseize, Planeswalkers. Yeah. I don't know, I'm maybe just going to do this. Immediately the turn it comes down, it disrupts one land in the upkeep, which could be crucial. And then if I get to untap, it can essentially disrupt 2 lands per turn and hit them for 6. So it shuts off 2 mana sources. Is that better than Atraxa, which finds us a bunch of combo cards? It could be crucial. I just don't know. I don't have enough experience. I'm gonna run it like this. I think this matchup should be okay for me post-board. I messed up that game. I should have gotten Spell Pierce, I believe, or Needle on Necro. Alright. Opponent kept very fast. Alright. I'm curious how they beat the Veil. Like, sure, they Culling Ritual for a little bit of value, and then with, I mean, maybe a couple Thoughtseizes or something. Maybe they just play Grape Shot. This is so fun, right? This is such good gameplay. I mean, I really will get tired of Timeless very quickly if this is just what a lot of games look like. I don't know, maybe I'm complaining too much, but yeah. They can theoretically kill me turn 2, right? That's why they're drawing so many cards here. And the more damage you take yourself, the easier it will be for them to kill you. Like, I kind of want to get Overgrown Tomb and Thoughtseize going down to 15. But that means they only need 8 Storm. I mean, a turn 2 kill is somewhat unlikely, especially through a Thoughtseize, I'd say. They also might have Ashiok, which disrupts me pretty heavily. I wonder if I should just pass with Veil up. Halfling is a lot worse in this matchup than Deathrite Shaman because you have so many more 1-mana spells that you want to cast, and the colorless is really annoying. It doesn't really. If I had a Deathrite, I would just play Deathrite turn 1, yeah. So what did I discard? Bowmasters, interesting. And then Besiege and Phyrexian Tower. So I assume they have another Phyrexian Tower. Yeah, the hand's got to be pretty good. They discarded a Besiege. That's kind of intense. Like, Besiege seems to be one of the best cards they have. If they play an Ashiok here, is that bad for me? It's not great. I'm just scared if I Thoughtseize that I'm just going to lose the game. I'm going to play a little slower in Thoughtseize next turn. I think an Ashiok isn't that bad. Like, an Ashiok, sure, disrupts me, blah, 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 but it doesn't win them the game either. Interesting. They're playing it slow. Okay. Well, yeah, next turn I'm going to Thoughtseize. I guess I have to fetch before they get to discard. I get, what do I get actually? Overgrown Tomb? Probably. Pretty green intensive hand here. Don't want to have a Watery Grave there. Alright. It's actually kind of annoying. Shuts off my Brainstorm. And I don't have an answer for it besides Oko. So this is the alternative win around Veil of Summer, I see. And with Breach, they can recast it as well. Yeah, pretty smart. Rather obvious, I guess. They might not even have Tendrils in their deck anymore. Yeah, I mean, the Breach is pretty good here because even if I take the Reservoir, they can just recast it, but then I might not have enough mana, I guess. They have 1 ritual. As long as Necro is in play, error. Okay. Oh, this gets exiled, right? Oh, alright. True, I forgot about that. Okay. Alright. Yeah, they can generate a bunch of mana with Weather the Storm now. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, but I don't know. This might just be broken in this deck. Like, you just mulligan a bunch, go Necro, draw 10 cards, and then every game you sort of combo and you have ways around certain hate pieces at least. And you're super fast. Like, I've played my second land right now, and they're threatening to kill me, sort of that type of deal. Which is outrageous, right? So, yeah. Yeah, this deck looks pretty good. They can also just put like some random Ezika's Chariot into their deck, for example. You know? Just something weird that wins you the game in a different way to go around hate. Because they're 4 besieged, so just 1 copy of that would work. Remember Azika's Chariot? That card was good. It's still good. It's just a very, very strong magic card. Do tendrils me, huh? Yeah, I guess no. Do they have to target themselves now? How does this work? I mean, they have to target themselves with the orc, yeah. The tendrils? They can target me still and just gets hexproofed. Okay. They did not attack the Bowmaster. Okay. So because they sacked, so now they have a bunch of cards for Breach and a treasure. So I could play Oko and turn this into a 3/3, but then I just die to the 5 power on board. That's not a good idea. I probably should just play Halfling Pass. I mean, the reservoir is exiled. The Necro is gone. Maybe I should play a couple of games with this myself to get familiar with it. I'm just not really aware. Like, right now, I mean, it can besiege for something. I don't know what it is, but... They kind of need both mana and like a way to gain card advantage. So if they go Dark Ritual here, then they can go Breach. Yeah. The thing is, if you do that, doesn't it make more sense to go Breach first? And you have... Basically, they use the 4-mana card to generate free mana, which is just very weird. And probably very wrong. They should have just cast the Breach. And then they also have 2 more mana here, like 1 additional mana. I mean, they're playing very bad, I think. So, I might be losing these games, I don't know. If I would be playing against someone who has more skill. Like, now you can play the Breach, but you kind of lost out on mana because you did this weird combination of things. It's sort of just like, it's just clicking buttons, essentially. It's like, oh, I have Besiege and I just cast it. You know, you're gonna weather the storm 4 times, but now they're just left to nothing. They just basically discarded their own hand here. Which I'm very thankful for, but like, they just sort of killed themselves in a way. They don't have red mana. They have nothing going on. Oh, that's hilarious. All right. Oh, I can't believe this happened. Okay, cool. Let's brainstorm. No more orc. Easy peasy. Discard these 2. Not discard them, but you know what I mean. And if I get Atraxa here, is there any way for me to lose this game? They draw red mana. Probably, right? I could lose if they draw Springleaf Drum or something. Or the Shambling Ghast. Then they go some shenanigans. So I'd rather just play Oko. And at this point with the Veil up, I think I'm gonna be okay. I can steal the Ornithop the next turn to prevent my opponent from... I'm just gonna play safe, fetch the upkeep, leave up my Veil at all times. You never know. I mean, they could have like an Assassin's Trophy or something for my Oko. I don't want that to happen. So yeah, I can steal the Ornithop, that shuts off before I do that, I guess I'll just natural order for now. But yeah, I can steal the Ornithop that shuts off Springleaf Drum as a red source. Then they're down to Shambling Ghast. Now look at this. All the value. Pretty good Atraxa, 6 cards. Alright, and that also shuts off the tower. I guess a name. Necro. Potence. Pass. Yeah, okay, good game. Okay. Huh. Would have been a lot more interesting if my opponent actually played like this, cut the hand last turn, the turn prior. That's pretty wild. Yeah. But yeah, I mean the reservoir. The Thoughtseize on the reservoir was pretty timely. They wouldn't have drawn the reservoir, couldn't have Thoughtseized it. They'd probably only have one. So that was good. I have, technically speaking, 3 more damage. 3, 7, 13, but they also have food over there, so yeah. I guess I'm gonna assemble the team here. Maybe we find an Ashiok, I'll play that and exile the graveyard, and that really should do the trick, yeah. I mean, now it's like impossible to win. It was probably already impossible before, but you know. Okay. Yeah, alright. Well, guess that's how you beat the deck. You need a lot of hate. My deck has a lot of hate. I was boarding in 11 cards, right? Koma 12, I suppose. One could have played probably a lot better. This yeah, it surely could have. So that would have been more interesting to see how that plays out. But yeah, this is sort of game 2. I should have just fetched for a Spell Pierce, and then that game would have been a lot less closer. You often lose game 1, but post-board with this list that I have here, I think you're gonna be okay against this deck. But yeah, that doesn't mean that the deck isn't kind of like fundamentally shitty gameplay and kind of broken, and just, I don't know if you want to have a deck like this around, you know what I mean? It's just all right, let's go. Keep 7. Pretty decent hand, nothing to complain about. Let's hopefully not get run into a turn 1 Necro again. Okay. Cool. No companion. Might be a natural order deck. Might be Yawgmoth. Might be Primeval Titan, I suppose. That is an interesting matchup. That is Titan. Yeah, it's probably not the best in game 1. Because, you know, they probably have a faster kill than I do. I have Worldspine Wurm, which is, you know, not bad. But if I don't have a turn 3... They also have turn 3 Titan, potentially, so... Yeah. I guess I just have to fire off a Brainstorm to dig deeper into my deck. To find a Thoughtseize. Okay. Very fast draw. Turn 3 Titan hardcast. Yeah, I mean that's what the deck does. Me trying to play a fair deck. I think this is, you can really, this is a fair deck. It's not like an unfair deck, I would say. Here I'm gonna take Watery Grave in case I draw like 2 Thoughtseizes or something. Yikes. That's not good. Okay. Which one's better? I guess the Overgrown Tomb. Okay, well, I could shuffle and then Brainstorm again and try to hit Thoughtseize exactly. Or I could play Paradise Druid and just pray. Pray. Pray, pray, pray. Can it just natural order Craterhoof? No, that's not enough. This is tough. This is tough. I think I just Paradise Druid. So if they go Titan here, I can play Oko and turn the Titan into a 3/3 at least. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Titan will still be a 6 mana card, even after I Oko. Blast Zone, okay. It's a nice thing about Oko, it shuts off Titan as well. It's just such a flexible card. It's crazy, right? Yeah, it's still a 6 mana card, so I can't push the Elk, unfortunately. So I could get Atraxa here and then sort of stabilize maybe. Do 7/7 lifelinker if I have Oko on the board. We'll see. I mean, I have to find natural order first. All right. That's a lot of zombies. If they find natural order, I'm just going to be dead to Craterhoof. Yeah, there's that forest, which is pretty neat. I guess I'm just going to kill a zombie here. There's no reason not to. Demonic Tutor. Bit slow. Opponent. That's a lot of lands. It's unfortunate. That's like 6 dead cards in my hand. Pretty brutal. Yeah, not much I can do there. Now they can put Blast Zone on 2 and blow up my Paradise Druid, and I can't even natural order anymore. I mean, I got superbly unlucky here. Holy cow. The first Brainstorm hit a bunch of lands, now I hit a bunch of lands. Yeah, I'm just gonna take natural order and hope they don't see it, I guess. They get a non-land card here. Not a field, yeah. Okay, they didn't activate the Blast Zone, wow. Lucky me. I cannot help Oko here. No way. Oko, sorry. Thank you for your services, but you're dead. There seems to be something super buggy. Maybe I have to restart arena. That little window when they attack, I don't think it's supposed to be there. Guess I'm just gonna play my forest. Okay, this just got interesting, I suppose. Can they put this on 7? Maybe. No, they can't, I think. 2, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4. Nah, they can't put it on 7. Okay, let's just get Atraxa, I guess. And leave up black-green. Alright, well. They've drawn a non-land, which they haven't played, so could be a grazer, I guess. I think the Worldspine Wurm. Actually, I didn't really think about it. Would Worldspine Wurm actually be good enough there? They have 7, 13, attack at 22. I mean, they can kind of raise the Worldspine Wurm too. They have a lot of toughness. 7 toughness here as well. I think Atraxa is better for now. Brainstorm. Bowmasters. Oh, Boseiju is big. I can blow up the blast zone. Holy shoot. I think I kind of want a green creature for natural order. So they have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10 mana, so they can put it on 6. Can't put it on more. So I can just play the Halfling here and pass. I could also Thoughtseize, but that's weird. I mean, they have a spell in hand, I know that. But like, what spell they would not have cast, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's just a shitty card, like a Kami or something. Yeah. The Boseiju is big. Okay, so that means my Atraxa lives. I will, of course, always die to Craterhoof. So that's just the reality right now. But I have them on a little bit of a clock as well. They can chump block with these O3s. I'm pretty sure they had a Kami in hand, so Thoughtseizing a Kami doesn't make any sense. They just get Forest in response. Okay. More zombies. More zombies. Wow. Why did you concede? Really? You can draw a Craterhoof. Oh, this bug. Why did my opponent concede there? They could have Craterhoof off the top to just kill me outright. I mean, maybe they didn't play Craterhoof? Seems like a really premature concession. Okay. 4 Fatal Push go out. 3 Ashiok come in. Is this the matchup where Koma is better than Worldspine? Probably not. If I can go turn 3 Worldspine Wurm, that's gonna be pretty damn good, right? Although this taps the Titan. I mean, this is also really good. Right? Yeah, this gotta be insane. Maybe it's better, actually. I think Atraxa is still good, though. Trophy, maybe? Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce is good against the fast natural order draw. Oh yeah, the Bowmaster is pretty terrible. Needle? Needle on blast zone? Sisters. No. Uro is not terrible. Maybe it's better than Bowmasters, honestly. Like, Bowmasters doesn't do anything. Beta push. Nah. Just gonna be Needle, I guess. Can Needle. I don't know. Blast Zone, I suppose. Blast Zone can also blow up Ashiok. So, yeah. Or Boseiju. Nah, Boseiju, no. I don't have any enchantments or artifacts that are good, so. We'll see. Okay, yeah, that's a keep. That's definitely a keep. That's a dream hand. That's all I want. Turn 2 Ashiok is the best. And yeah, they need Get Lost. Otherwise, I think they will just lose. So I also have turn 3 natural water. Like, this is just the nuts. Playing Elvish Rejuvenator, so maybe they don't have Fierce Empath, which means that they have less ways. How do I do this? I guess just fetch. Do I just play Breeding Pool? Doesn't really matter that much. Never mind. If I draw fast land, I guess I wanted to fetch first. Yeah, true. Okay. So should have just gotten Swamp, maybe. Swamp and then, I don't know, Breeding Pool. Life total doesn't really matter that much. I'm always trying to optimize like incredibly perfectly. That's also why I play a little bit slow sometimes. I just try to optimize every single line. Like, I really want to know like what is the optimal combination of fetches I want to do. And I guess right now I just sort of conceded that plan or that overthinking in a way, because I just played the Breeding Pool. Didn't even think about it, but I think it's incorrect to play Breeding Pool here. I think it's correct to play one of these. And those are the little things. I mean, you can gain very small marginal edges there. Like, if I draw Blooming Marsh right here, for example, it would have been, better. Okay. Now let's just get a Swamp, I guess. It's also perfect that I have exactly double fetch land, which is exactly what I need here to be able to cast with the Deathrite. I mean, if I had a Halfling, I wouldn't need any fetch lands, I guess. Yeah. I guess Ashiok can also mill me, but I gotta be a little careful. They have power, so we can hit it down to 3 here. And I have to fetch land, so I don't need to mill myself. Yeah, I mean, now I'm gonna get Koma, I think. And that should be it, right? Or Atraxa. I mean, either of the two are pretty much... like, especially if Ashiok can play, completely unbeatable. And that's the nice thing about this fair, but still very powerful deck that I have here, that I just can put an Atraxa into play turn 3, which is absolutely broken. But I also have the ability to play like Ashiok, which completely shuts off this Titan deck. So yeah, I don't even know which one is better, Koma or Atraxa. I mean, opponent's probably gonna scoop to either of them. Let's just get Koma for style. Yeah, they just scooped. That was pretty obvious. All right, cool. Yeah, deck's good, I guess. We just beat 2 of the best proactive decks in the format. To be fair, the Necro player did make a lot of mistakes. But yeah. And this one conceded a bit prematurely in game 1, to be fair. Game 1 is certainly very, very losable. I think game 1, if I would have to guess, is quite unfavorable for you, because you basically just have Thoughtseize into Atraxa, sort of. You can put down an Atraxa turn 3. But then if they have a good draw and a Craterhoof, you're just always going to lose. Like, Craterhoof is just going so much over the top of Atraxa or even Worldspine Wurm. So you have to really be lucky in like, you have to have like multiple Thoughtseize and a fast draw to win game 1. But post-board with Ashiok, I mean, yeah. You have all of a sudden, you're very far ahead, I would guess. Let's go. Good start. Fatal push. One doesn't review Companion. So no Luris deck. No action though, and lots of lands. I do have a cycling land, I guess. Gonna try it. I have like Brainstorm, Tutor, Natural Order, and Oko as good draws. That's like 15 cards in my deck. Okay. It's a fair deck. Maybe it's Junt. Oh, that's a nice draw. Alright. Maybe I should play Deathrite first. I wasn't expecting to cast 3 1-drops. Like now if I go Fatal Push and then Deathrite... Man, I should have just played Deathrite turn 1, huh? I wasn't sure. Man. Sucks. Do have to kill that, but now I'm not sure if I want to play my Deathrite, because if they pass the turn with Bowmasters up, I really need to be able to Brainstorm. Oh man, this worked out pretty poorly. Also that I don't have a blue source. Basically my Brainstorm is the blue source. Okay, I'm just playing York. I guess I could have guessed that. But yeah, they have Bowmaster too, so it's good that I play around it. Yeah, I'm just gonna fetch Sheer. Get me a breeding pool. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, this Halfling is kind of awkward in this deck. Deathrite is a lot better turn 1. I should continue playing Deathrite turn 1. In the future. It's a lot better. This Mana Source just doesn't do jack shit. It just casts Natural Order and Oko. That's what it does. Which is pretty good, but you know. So if I do this, I could Oko if I find it. If I do this, I can't Oko. But I can Natural Order next turn. I think I'm gonna do this. Alright. They could actually Natural Order me. Yeah. Do I just get Worldspine? Or Atraxa. Maybe Atraxa is best. Like Atraxa also being able to find Thoughtseize is pretty big. Okay. They usually don't run Thoughtseize in the main deck. So I think I should be okay. A Cauldron. So that shuts off my Deathrite. Opponent attacks. Is it Deathrite? Okay, fair. Yeah, not blocking. So they can exile a land here. It's interesting, like, they use the mana there, they have the tower. They just concede. Wow. People are so fast at conceding, they didn't even want to know what I have in my deck. Wild. Okay. Alright, well, I'm playing against York, so they have Court of Calling and a Natural Order. What happened here? My opponent just conceded. I guess my opponent just conceded the match. Alright. Alrighty. Finally a turn to Oko. Hopefully. Playing against Giganta, so likely Junt. Yeah. Or Domain Zoo. Could be Domain Zoo. Windswept Heath. Forests. Halfling. Okay, now I don't know. Interesting. Like I could Thoughtseize them and sort of take the Oko or whatever. Probably a good idea, honestly. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Thoughtseize my opponent here. Like, if I'd be on the play, this would be a lot easier to decide. I would just play my own card first. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah, taking the Blood Moon. That's what we're doing. Okay, I've never seen this before, so it's sort of like... I take the Giganta to hand. Makes the Hazoret worse, actually, which is kind of weird. A little weird interaction there. Just get a forest. Maybe I should just play Breeding Pool. Playing Breeding Pool is a bit better in case I draw exactly Brainstorm. If I draw Brainstorm, I'm probably just gonna play Oko, do nothing else, and then play this tapped, and then I can play Brainstorm. Okay, Hazoret, yeah. Now, Oko is pretty good against Hazoret. They could activate this if they draw a red source. But then they can't attack with the Hazoret. Just wondering what to do with this. Should I make it into an elk already? I mean, if it's not able to attack for a turn, I kind of don't want to make it into an elk. But if they draw land and play Giganta, it can attack, and then I have to chump block it. Okay. Guess we're just turning it into an elk. And I guess I kind of have to play this because I really do want to double block this Den of the Bugbear over there. If it comes to that. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All right. Lots of 1-drops. I guess I just turn one of my 1-drops into a 3/3, huh? Guess I'll play one more fetch land. All right, interesting. Well, Oko is probably going to dominate this game. We'll see. Not necessarily, I guess. Do I triple block here? I think yes. Yeah, 100%. Like, that's a really good trade for me. One of these unnecessary 1-drops. So they kill this one? Okay. Could gain life or deal damage. Probably just gain life. I don't think I'm the aggressor here. I'm the control deck. Yikes. So turn this into a 3/3, then I can trade here. Or I turn one of these guys into a 3/3 and I can double block. It's really better. But yeah, look at how Oko single-handedly dominates this game. They can activate Den, which is not that good, honestly. I think it's fine for me. Yeah, sure. So what I can do here is I can double block the Den. I can double block here. I could also do this and let just Oko go to 1. Yeah, I kind of like keeping the Deathrite to board control a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Okay. Pass. I mean, this is maybe the best Oko deck I've ever played. Fable. Okay. It's a good card. Ooh. Alright. Now I need my Deathrite more than ever. So that makes my second green mana for natural order. Okay. Just turn my food into a free. I mean, I could also get frisky here. Maybe I should have considered draining them already with the Deathrite. If I do this, I can Fatal Push the Den. Do they have an attack? They attack with Den and the 2/2? Not really. It's a Fatal Push. I think I want to keep the Fatal... I was thinking about keeping the Fatal Push for Fable, but now I don't have a fetch land anymore. So I can't blow up the Fable. They kept the card, so they like one card. So one card is good enough to keep. Now my Fatal Push is enabled. Alright. I guess I can always make the Fable into a free. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna gain 2 more life. I'm actually just gonna kill my own Deathrite, maybe? Nah, whatever. If I kill my own Deathrite there, then I don't have to... Yeah, but now I'm screwed in a way, because I don't have the mana anymore to cast. Yeah. Natural. Druid 1 turn after. Sucks. Bloody Blood Moon. It's a neat thing I could maybe do. I might be able to steal the goblin and then make a treasure and then, you know, cast Natural Order. Clovis. Okay. Okay. Alright. I will block. I would like to Fatal Push your Fable. And then assemble the team. Alright. I guess why not? Deathrite Shaman, huh? I can't cast it this turn, but it does make any color of mana, which is pretty important here. Huh. Yeah, it seems best. Could take another Oko, I guess. If I minus on the Goblin. There's no Boseiju. Boseiju would have been nice. I could also assemble the team again to try to find Boseiju. Maybe that's best. No, wait a minute. That doesn't do anything, because I actually get to see the same cards again. Well, not if I Natural Order, I suppose. Also take Fatal Push. Interesting. Super interesting. I'm gonna take this. Alright. I'm gonna play land. Yeah, I am hoping they can't get rid of my goblin. I need that goblin. Wow, they concede. Why are people conceding so quickly? They didn't even know what I have in hand. I'm just so confused. Like, why is everybody conceding so quickly? Wild. I guess they were just so annoyed by playing against... yeah. Oko. Take Trophy, take Uro. Here's another matchup where I might want Koma over Worldspine Wurm because it's better defensively. Maybe Koma is just the better card overall. I could see that being the case, honestly. Alright, so they play Fable and Blood Moon, so I might want Spell Pierce for turn 2. Bowmasters doesn't look that great. It doesn't look terrible either, but it doesn't look great. Thoughtseize, I think I need. I'll just take out the Bowmasters. Like, what do they offer that I can kill? They probably have Halfling Deathrite. Or they have Halfling Utopia Sprawl as 8 1-drop mana dorks. Right? And then they have Bone Crusher, Fable, Hazoret. So, sure, it shuts off the Fable a little bit, but that's just too weak, I think. I could cut some tutors, but I think I need them here. And my opponent probably cannot beat Natural Order. I couldn't beat an Oko. Crazy how incredible Oko was. I mean, I drew like 5 mana dorks and Oko, and that just won the game in a way. Not entirely, to be fair, but pretty much. Okay, I have Brainstorm to get the Atraxa back into the deck. I have a Halfling turn 1. I guess if they have turn 2 Blood Moon, I lose. This is kind of wild, yeah. Oh, they have Pithing Needle on Oko. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. Sure. Well, there's the answer, though. I'm gonna go Breeding Pool first, in case... Nah, actually not. In case I want to, like, Brainstorm turn 2, but I'm always gonna Uro, I think, here. Although they could just Blood Moon me, which would be sad. I guess I would want always Uroing. Yeah, okay, maybe I messed up there. At least now I have Assassin's Trophy for Blood Moon. Didn't really think how good Blood Moon is against this deck. It's kind of annoying. Alright, I don't have a shuffle effect, sadly. Oko does nothing. If I play Uro here, they play land Blood Moon, I'm just dead. So, yeah, it's a tough spot. Tough spot. I don't know. Don't actually know what to do here. I could just not play around Blood Moon and play the Uro. Or I could pass with Trophy up. If they play Blood Moon, I have the answer. If they don't play Blood Moon, I could blow up the Pithing Needle and then play Oko. And then if they have Blood Moon, I have an Oko in play. Which could be good enough. But they also are able to find Forest with the Trophy, which makes it pretty horrendous in a way. Like, if this would be a Terra Sunder, I would be so much more happy. Damn. I think I'm just gonna pass. It's just too risky to lose to Blood Moon, I think. Now they play Forest Blood Moon, and I'm very glad I just passed instead of playing Ura. Yeah. Oh, they don't have it. I think they don't have it at this point. Right? Right? I think they don't have it. Let's see. Let's Brainstorm. Hopefully find a fetch land. Come on. God damn it. Yeah. Brutal. Brutal. Not even like a Deathrite. Getting pretty unlucky this game, I feel like. 3 cards in hand. Do I want to Thoughtseize? They get 2 extra cards. We know it's a lot of spells. I'm a bit scared about Blood Moon, but I think at this point I'm kind of getting into the desperate mode. And I don't know if I can like keep up my mana longer. I think I'm just gonna Thoughtseize. I also have only 1 black source. Well, alright. This was a 2 very bad brainstorms, no shuffling. Yeah, Brainstorm when you're not able to shuffle can be pretty. It's basically just draw 1 card. Nice. My opponent's deck doesn't look bad, honestly. Like, pretty powerful, and yeah, I just completely died to myself this game. Not doing anything. No mana dorks early because they killed my 1 mana dork, to be fair, I guess. Yeah. Don't crush a giant. Pretty good. Alright. GG, I suppose. GG. Just insane. Yeah, if they kill my Deathrite with the hamster, I'm dead. I'm gonna draw these two. Pithing Needle did some work here for sure. Alright. That's alright. Okay. Another one there, so I have to chump block now. Okay. Wow. Alright. Maybe you need better stuff than Assassin's Trophy. Maybe in that one spot I was supposed to destroy the Needle and play an Oko when they played Fable. Maybe. Alright. Well, that was pretty embarrassing. I mean, I don't know though. We got like super unlucky never hitting a fetch land. I have 10 fetches in my deck. Yeah, I don't know. 8 1-drops as well. That was just a very weird game. This hand is perfect. Also has a Swamp, a Paradise Druid who makes any color. Maybe this card is actually quite good. Maybe I should play more of it. Maybe. Interesting. I guess I'd take Utopia Sprawl. You give the Needle Oko, I have natural order this time, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna Brainstorm. One of the cards I will draw anyways. Whatever, I guess. Alright, so burying. Yeah. They needed like double Bone Crusher here as the last 2 unknowns, because like if they draw red now, they can't kill the Paradise Druid. Just gonna get. It doesn't matter, I think. Whatever. No way they're able to beat this. Yeah. Could have gotten Atraxa too. Whatever. It probably Atraxa slightly better because you get to, you know, pick up 6 cards in the process. Atraxa's more often than not the correct one to take. Now it works, viewing the battlefield. Weird, but not in between games. Okay. Yeah, maybe the trophy should just be in a set. Like, the trophy always disappoints. Like, giving your opponent an entire land is so bad. It's just unspeakably bad. So maybe just play a Tear Asunder nonetheless, I guess. Like, you can blow up a land with Assassin's Trophy. That's the nice thing. The Titan matchup's probably alright when you have Ashiok and stuff. So yeah, Tear Asunder it is, I guess, over Trophy, but otherwise, I mean, this was a 4-0. Yeah, the deck is good. I think this is a pretty nice natural order deck. I'm not sure if it's better than Yawgmoth. Might be. It's certainly less one-dimensional and still very powerful and utilizes Oko very well, which is a card banned in Legacy and Modern, you know, and Stand and Pioneer in all formats besides Vintage. And it really hasn't seen much play in Timeless, I feel like. At least not as much as notorious as it is, technically speaking, if you look at its history and its, you know, appearance on all ban lists, pretty much. Yeah, so very powerful card, as you could tell in that one game against Cruel, where it just kind of single-handedly won the game for a 3-mana card, beating Hazarets and Gigantas, making them all into 3/3s. It's just insane that it turns either elks, either artifact, or any creature, loses all abilities and turns it into an elk. It's so ridiculous. It's such an unfun card in a way too, and it's clearly there's a good reason it's banned, because no matter what you do, no matter what fancy thing you put into play or else, like a Worldspine Wurm, for example, boom, it's an elk now. It's just very devastating. And all of that on this flexible, proactive planeswalker that does all these things. That's a threat, that's a defensive card. It just does it all. Yeah, also very good against burn, creating food tokens. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. This is a really, really nice deck. I really enjoyed playing this. And yeah, I hope to see you next time. Take care.